Okay. So you see this picture of this kid, and of mother picking up me or whatever. This funny video. They made me have this disturbing, weird way of thinking. So I'm looking and I see this kid on the side, but they make me think: is she wearing swimming like a bikini bottom? And it's like, why would she be wearing this? That in this, this look like in the street is there's no like, it doesn't look like there's a park or water or something. Why would she be wearing like swimming trunks or swimming bikini bottle? And they're really in, and I'm like, there's no way. And as I'm trying to look down to see what she's wearing, this kid, she's actually wearing a swing bottom. They try to make me look at this kid's butt. Obviously, you can't even see it, right? You can't see this kid's butt, but they were trying to, and then they try to make me imagine a like voluptuous butt of a woman, but on a kid, and try to force me to like look at it. I was like, what? Look at the kid's butt, and so as I go all the way down, I scroll down, right? And then they're like, oh no, you wanted to look at this kid's butt, and they try to make me imagine certain like, and I go back up and I'm looking like she's wearing like kid, like this kid is wearing shorts. They're just trying to create these thoughts in my head and force me to look down and then go back into their like fantasy of what they've put together. They force you to think in these disturbing, nonsensical ways, and then try to make you look at this kid in a sexual way, and then try to even make you imagine some things that are not there. I'm glad I took this screenshot, because what was in my head versus what's really happening there is something else. It's just bizarre. I was like, what is she wearing? It what? And I'm trying to and as I'm trying to look that, they make me imagine something so disgusting. I had to scroll that back up. The the things they were saying before. Oh, you've looked at kids' butt, and then you like to look at big. I was like, what nasty, disgusting things. The stories they've put together, and it's nasty. And of course, as I'm saying this story, they're like, oh, his butt, you're gonna get raped, you're gonna be scared. This is always to try to make you identify with the things they do, typical things. But they kind of manipulate me to kind of see this kid and think, is she wearing like swimming trunk, like swimming bottom, like for bikini, like a bottom bikini? And because I couldn't see that she was wearing shorts, and I'm like, what? I'm confused. And as I'm trying to look, it's like, what is she wearing, and why would she be wearing that there? Obviously, I'm like, oh my gosh. Immediately, I try to see what kind of bottom she was wearing. They, try to make me look at her butt. They try to make me imagine this kid's butt. Obviously, you can't see it there. And then, like, I'm like, they're like, oh, you see, you wanted to look. I was like, you can't even see that. I just want to see, or what, see if she's wearing a swimming bottom, and why would she be wearing one in this location? But of course, I go back, as like my perception changed. I can see she's wearing shorts. And of course, they're like, no. And in my mind, they were making me imagine, because you can't even see this kid's butt. But they were trying to make me imagine a voluptuous butt of a woman on this kid. It's disgusting. And they want you to identify with this nastiness. Thankfully, I have a picture of that. I couldn't imagine if I didn't have a picture how it would go. Because this reality, and this was happening in my brain. And that's what I've been saying. The reality is obviously this, what you see here. In my head, they literally made me imagine like a woman's like voluptuous butt, but on a kid. And they could have gone back and forth in my brain and tried to make me think, oh no, this way, and now they try to go into like, oh, but remember when we said that you look at kids. It's like, no, you tricked my brain to think that this kid was wearing swimming trunks, like bikini bottle. Like, this is how my brain is just being having logic and things. I'm like, that's not possible. There's nothing. Why would she be wearing that? This doesn't look like there's water around. It's not like a water park place. It doesn't look like there's a swimming pool around. Why would she be wearing this? She look like this is on the streets. But they just try to make me think this way. It's disgusting. And they tried to mess with me in my brain. And I was like, why would you look at her shoulders? I was like, okay. If I was normal, I wouldn't care. Well, now I skip by real quick. And they try to get you to subscribe to this. To all my target individuals, regardless of whatever's going to happen to me. I'm thankful I didn't have to live that life. And I'm thankful that I'm on the side where this dignity. I feel myself being a genius. Not a genius, but a person with self-respect. I'm not perfect, but this damn shit, this damn things, I don't want to curse. This damn ways of forcing people to perceive and think, to try to create these storylines that are nonsensical. Thankfully, I took a screenshot. If I would have not taken the screenshot, this could have gone completely somewhere else. Now they have to just they have to kind of find a way to create this BS where they will try to make me imagine this kid wearing a bikini bottom and imagine giving curves onto this kid that non-existent to perceive this kid in a sexual way. This is the things they do. You probably heard some noise campaign. And they try to make you scared about the imagination they manipulate. And then try to go back into you look at kids, but stupidity. To all my target individual, you gotta be strong. These people have no shame. And they find this winning. There's no winning or losing. We are targeted individual. As target individual, we just have to endure until there's some kind of freedom. But these people are just trash and low lives that want you to be subscriptive to these nasty manipulations. This is why I make these videos. And they try to always say, oh, they're going to watch you. It's like, listen, I don't care what's going to happen to me. I understand people are doing these things to manipulate me. I'm glad I was able to take a screenshot and talk about what they just did to me. And they are talking in menacing ways. This is how gimmicky and clown-like they are. They're trying to sell this reality they put together, this falsified reality. And I'm here to not only say I'm not subscriptive, but I understand you manipulate my brain to try to create these ways of perceiving children, literally making me then imagine something that is, oh my gosh, they right now try to still make me imagine this kid's butt now with less curves or whatever. Just like you're just disgusting trash. To all my target individuals, stay strong. They want to try to make you identify with the thoughts they force you to have, with the perception they force you to have, with the rationality they force you to have. You're not going to be functioning normally. They're going to make you think in these bizarre ways that it's them forcing you to think this way. And then you're going to have to understand, what? This didn't even make sense. So this is why I make these videos.